Hey guys, today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to talk about 9/11 a little bit. And 9/11, when you look at it, is one of those things that's called a defining moment in your life. But what does that mean? Defining moment is something that you can see, hear, remember, smell, every single thing that you did that day. And that's why I sort of asked you, what does 9/11 mean to you? Or what are your initial thoughts on 9/11 with today's Do Now? Now, I'm sorry I can't be there to discuss this matter with you. Unfortunately, I have to go for some professional development. But this video is basically an introduction of what we're going to do today. And so when you look at 9/11, it is one of those defining moments in our lives. 9/11 to me, I can remember every single thing that happened that day. Where I was, who I was with, and the events that unfolded the rest of the day. To give you an example, I was in my second week of college, and I was waiting for my intro to psychology class to start. And one of my friends walked in, and I was like, "Hey, what's up?" He's like, "Dude, a plane hit the World Trade Center." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" It was a crystal clear blue sky day like it is today. He was like, "Yeah, man, a plane hit the World Trade Center." And I couldn't believe it. I'm like, what idiot cannot miss a 110-story building? So we went through the day. While we waited for the teacher. Teacher walks in. Second plane hit. We're under attack. If you have any family or friends that work down in New York, you may want to contact them. So my friend wanted to use his phone, my phone, because he needed to get a hold of his dad. And he couldn't get a hold of his dad. Second class starts. Professor walks in. The trade centers were gone. I'm like, what do you mean? He said, the World Trade Center is gone. They collapsed all the way to the ground, and I couldn't believe it. I figured they just fell over where the planes hit. Now, mind you, 15 years ago, we didn't have smartphones. So, all while this was going on, my phone was going crazy because my girlfriend was trying to get a hold of me and my mother. My girlfriend's father at the time, who's now my wife, had a heart attack that same day. So the events had different meanings for different people. For me, it was just one of those crazy days that I really didn't know what was going on. You were sort of in a sense of shock and awe. Now here it is, 12:30, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I still hadn't seen any of the footage yet. As I'm driving home down Route 7, I remember seeing the sign that said, all entrances and exits to New York City were closed. And to this day, it sticks out of my mind seeing that sign saying all entrances and exits to New York City were closed. It was just something you couldn't imagine seeing. And when I got home, I finally saw the footage, and it was amazing to watch because it was so surreal. Even to this day, 15 years later, as I watch the footage, it still seems like something out of a Hollywood movie. And it's still hard to recognize that this was an act of terror. It wasn't something that Hollywood drummed up. And I want you to think about that. 3,000 people lost their lives in a matter of 2 hours. And as you progress and you watch the video of the events, remember, you are the post 9/11 generation. You were all born after the fact. So as you watch, think about this question. Is freedom really free? And then I want you to think about the 3,000 people that died, the countless soldiers that lost their lives in the war on terror, and the war in Afghanistan, and the war in Iraq. If you have any questions about this serious matter, feel free to email me later or talk to me tomorrow. All right? I'll see you tomorrow. Behave.